EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dalton's Broncos going up against Newton's Bengals. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Theoretic, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Theoretic, 99 yards. And the Bengals are going to take the first quarter lead. Nick Folk for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
To throw here, Dalton out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. In motion is Strong. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Strong, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the wideout in motion. On first down, it's Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they win big on first down. Proves unfruitful. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Stephon Gilmore gets better and better every year. Continues to excel in pass coverage.
They run with a rookie. Here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to the air here after the INT. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's brought down after a good game. first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. On second down, here's Newton. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Quan Alexander's one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second and 10, Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down. When you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the deep.
Looking for Garçon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Dalton. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 38 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They send the tight end Davis in motion. First down carry for Henry. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And runs like that, those are the ones that got Mr. Henry that Heisman Trophy a year ago.
Not only is he big, strong, fast, I love his agility and his vision. That's the reason he piles up the yards, and he definitely doesn't shy away from carries.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And Cooks has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read.
Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a pick by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. This guy can play some defense. He knows how to hawk the football.
He does that by his preparation. Watches a lot of film, keeps a book on all receivers, and puts himself in the proper place on every snap.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he motions the wide receiver. From the 50, Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football, because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Newton to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Miller. Always got some breathing room. That'll be a gain of 16, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Oh, 4th and short, right at midfield. This is where you tell your offense, I've got faith in you guys to get me a few yards. And sure enough, they repay that faith and keep the drive moving with a 1st down.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Here's Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Complete to the right, this is Garçon. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Newton now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
They go play action here on, and that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Crockett Gilmore, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Folk for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side caught by Matthews. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. To throw again. Strong grabs it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Forced out to his left. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go!
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The rookie from Clemson, Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long, it's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. So the Broncos coming out now. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Broncos a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure.
All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion right, Macklin. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. The veteran Jeremy Macklin was the intended target, and it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll get the football here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Bengals getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Right side catch. This is Gates. A good pickup there at 22.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
20. Hey, check 20. Gun. Hey, watch it.
And the wideout in motion. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that is incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target. Now 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Screen play, Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Broncos. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Miller, the lone setback. Newton now to throw. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game.
And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They come out here in the eye. In motion is Strong. Now a handoff to Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first down, it's Newton. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The slot man in motion right. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good. Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the defensive penetration there blew that play up and got him 2 points. How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride? Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something a little bit better as they continue to move forward. Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot. Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore. We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space. Going back to Macklin. This time he's got it. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Macklin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They go play action. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Screenplay, Anderson. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. And
with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. In motion is Strong. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals, look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30, past the 20. Charles, we saw